Hi everyone, my name is Sky Gabel and I'm a clinical psychology intern over at North Dakota Vision Services School for the Blind. This presentation is meant to be a quick reminder about how amazing each of us can be. Often we think about our flaws and how we are imperfect. We sometimes get down on ourselves. Though it's important to remember for us, it's important for us to remember being unique and imperfect, what I just did, is what makes humans so interesting. Making mistakes is something we all do, despite what others may tell you. Sometimes we feel sad or frustrated when we can't do something right, but part of life is finding new ways around those challenges. When you do this, you may come to realize the possibilities of what you can achieve are endless. Life is an adventure. There's tons of things to try. Being scared of new things is normal, but trying new things makes us braver, smarter, and well-rounded individuals. Can you think of a new experience you've always wanted to try, but maybe you're too scared? Maybe it was horseback riding or going on a roller coaster. Those things can be scary, but it doesn't mean that you won't enjoy them. Life is meant to be filled with exciting experiences, exploring new areas, new friends, new situations, keeps us from getting bored. Meeting new friends may end up showing you how much you like acting from playing make-believe. Going on your first hike might lead you to love nature and study it in the future. Visiting different states or countries opens your mind to new and exciting adventures. On the right-hand side here, you'll see a picture of Egypt and the pyramids, men walking on the moon, men or women walking on the moon, and someone taking a picture of a sea turtle deep underwater. Asking questions allows us to learn new information, so there's never a dumb question. It's normal to have questions, and it's okay not to know everything. Think of all the interesting things there are to learn about. And often when we have a question, other people have that same question. So maybe you asking will help someone else learn too. Sometimes we get frustrated because we can't find a fix to a problem. So much of the time we can discover new ways around problems if we take a different point of view. For example, maybe you feel sad because playing basketball is harder with a visual impairment. You could just say, I'm going to sit and be by myself and not play anything. Or you could find a way to participate in the game or find a new way to play. That's how most things come to be. Someone thinks of a new way to do something. Putting yourself in other people's shoes is also important. It makes it easier to be a good friend and a nice person. You sort of think, how would you feel in different situations if you were the other person? When you do this, you might be able to connect better. Sometimes bad things happen, and it's okay to feel bad about it. What's important is to look at what's good in your life. The clouds are still fluffy, your family still loves you, you are still a great musician. There's always something that is going right. You just have to look. Can you think of anything that you are good at or something that you can identify as something that's good in your life? Failing doesn't always mean failure. If you trip, you get up. So if you fail, try again. You wouldn't just lay there on the ground after you trip. You never know what you can do unless you keep trying. So just because you did poorly on a math test doesn't mean that you are stupid or bad at math. It just means that you could improve from studying more or asking for help at school. You can keep working and improving. And that's what life is all about, improvement. There's so many things that you can do. If you put your mind to it, you can do almost anything. Molly Burke is a famous YouTuber who's visually impaired. She has a lot of great videos, and I suggest you check it out if you are interested. Amy Bauer is a doctor in physics and oceanography. She got her bachelor's in physics at Tufts University and her PhD in oceanography at the University of Rhode Island. Since then, she has been a prolific researcher. That means she does a lot of research. She is an educator, and she also advocates for blind individuals in the sciences. Marla Rennan, she was the first legally blind American track and field athlete to qualify and compete for the United States Olympic team. That's an amazing feat, just to get on an Olympic team, despite of physical impairment. She's a 3-time national champion in the women's 5,000 meter running race and a 5-time Paralympic gold medalist. Believe it or not, Harriet Tubman had an impaired vision due to the mean actions of an overseer, but she went on to create the Underground Railroad to help other slaves escape slavery. Helen Keller worked tirelessly for the rights of people who are blind to have full access to education, employment, and the rights and responsibilities of citizenship. Prior to Helen Keller, often blind individuals would not have the same rights as everyone else, which Helen Keller recognized to be not okay. She was able to change that. Ray Charles was an amazing musician who is also known as the Genius. Stevie Wonder is famous for his hit songs, including Signed, Sealed, and Delivered. Oh, yeah. David Patterson, he was a New York governor, and he actually got an ear infection at age 3 that left him legally blind. But now he helped pass important laws for the state of New York. Sometimes we doubt ourselves, and that's okay. But remember to speak to yourself like you would a friend. Would you tell a friend they are bad or stupid or that they can't do something that is important to them? Think of ways that you can do things, ways you will do things, and ways that you have done things that you never thought you could do. Think I can, not I can't. Great minds make mistakes. You've seen me make a couple mistakes in this, and even famous people make mistakes. Thomas Edison, as I'm sure most of you might know, was a famous inventor. He invented the light bulb and a bunch of other stuff. He once said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Had Mr. Edison given up after 1, 10, or 100 tries, we would not have many of the great technological luxuries we have right now, like lights and movies. If you make a really hard effort, you can do almost everything. Maybe not fly without technology, but you can do most anything. So believe in yourself. Keep trying and never underestimate what you're capable of. Being yourself is something that everyone wants to be. Even adults have a hard time being themselves. Thich Nhat Hanh, who is a philosopher, has a quote that says, "To be beautiful means to be yourself. You don't need to be accepted by others. You need to accept yourself." Having the courage to stay true to yourself makes the world a fun, interesting, and amazing place to live. So dream big, dream often, and remember to be unapologetically you. Thank you.